She's a journalist.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So I'm sorry, tell me where you're from the beginning. And
before anything, Jean works for the Trenton Times.
I used to. I'm a former journalist.
At Columbia School of Journalism, so you're kind of kindred spirits.
Not really, but okay. I'm not a journalist by training.
By training, no?
Citizen journalist.
You're a citizen journalist.
Yeah.
Oh, so where do you work now?
I do a bunch of stuff. I consult in healthcare, pharma, biotech. I'm a senior fellow at the Institute for International Research at St. Francis College. Nice. I'm an author. I've just done this book on the president's early years in Hawaii and Indonesia.
Oh, interesting.
I also do a show here at Princeton, thanks to George and Adam, who invited me here, on Asia Times. Actually.
Oh, great.
And I write for Asia Times Online.
Okay.
Which is a newspaper out of Thailand and Hong Kong.
Wow. So you've been at the UN. Was that the main thing?
Yes, I was last week at the Journalist Assembly. Obviously, international, delegates, dignitaries in New York. And I took advantage of the large influx of international delegation that was in New York to attend and meet several prime ministers and foreign ministers,
including
mostly of Asian countries, heads of states.
Okay.
So Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina was here, talking about climate change in least developed countries, poor countries. Prime Minister of Thailand, Yingluck Shinawatra. She was talking about the Asian century. Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Hina Rabbani Kerr, who's a graduate of UMass Amherst years ago, was again talking about the transitions in Pakistan, Pakistan's regional pivot, and the Asian century. So I heard her presentation. And then earlier in the week, I also heard Aung San Suu Kyi, the Nobel laureate from Burma, talking about the transition in Burma.
Right. And so to explain the Asian century really briefly.
The Asian century is the idea that now almost 1/3 of the world's population, consisting of India, China, and then what's called the Asian Seven, which includes Korea, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia. All of these countries are embracing market reform and development, democracy, and some form of capitalism. And so by mid-century, by 2050, half of the world's population, approximately 3 billion people, will be affluent, economically affluent at the level of European citizens or American citizens around the world, which would be a huge transformation in Asia. And this transformation, or the basis of this transformation is called the Asian century. The idea that this will truly transform more than half the world's population in the coming 2 to 4 decades, roughly by mid-century. So that's called the Asian century.
I see. Great. I'm going to